I'm going to say screw it to my future self and tell them to fix it in post. Bienvenue, Magic players. They're banning stuff on Monday, and I'm here with Comrade Snake to talk about it. Let's get on with it. The first deck I want to talk about is a Geological Appraiser, and how I honestly think, given that this clip right here...
This to be a fun, replayable format. Losing on turn 3 all the time, when your opponent just casts one card, it's not that fun. If you can never go over the top of your opponent, or they always have the perfect sideboard card, sort of out of the mono green deck.
I have this flow chart here.
You're talking about Quinn combo for that, right?
Mimic or Eldritch Evolution, then goes to Dino, then goes back to Geo or Glasspool Mimic or Eldritch Evolution. Get them all into the battlefield, swing for game on turn 3. It's very easy because you make the treasures. Quintorius, the fastest you can get it out is with land ramp or the treasures if you want, but usually land ramp as the meta has decided for some reason. The fastest you can get it out is turn 4 as compared to Geological Appraiser's turn 3. They don't like turn 3 instant win combos. They're fine with turn 4 ones because that's enough time for your opponent to react.
That sounds like a cop-out on their end, but I get it.
When it comes to Geological Appraiser, stuff like Hushbringer or Strict Proctor stops that combo. But for Quintorius, Pithing Needle stops it, which is way more splashable, but also more interactable to like remove the Pithing Needle, if that makes sense. Also,
yeah, it gives your opponent an option to actually act.
Also, Drannith Magistrate stops both combos, and Damping Sphere stops both combos. And Damping Sphere is a sideboard all-star in Pioneer, because it stops Phoenix.
Yeah, I run it in my Rakdos list right now. It's just good.
They have so many common weaknesses. It's just that Quintorius takes one turn more to set up, and it's a minimum of 4 turns, but every turn that it has to spend interacting with your board adds another turn. Geological Appraiser is turn 3. There's no way it's not being hit. I honestly think that. Even before the live stream, I knew Geo was going to get hit at some point because the turn 3 combo is just insane, and they're very much the same sort of strategy. Just play one card and you can win. The only difference is one goes on turn 4 and the other one goes on turn 3. I can see that Wizards would prefer to nurture the turn 4 version over the turn 3 version.
Yeah, they don't want it to be as fast as Modern.
Alright, Comrade, go.
There's just this problem called Karn gets to play with 75 cards while everybody else has to play with 60s and then sideboard out, because Karn can just pull everything you need for the perfect moment at all times. Sure, Big Green right now isn't exactly pulling the top tier, but it's always a contender and always has the proper toolbox to affect your meta. The main deck doesn't change nearly as hard as the sideboard does depending on what you want to do. It's just too powerful, and if you get rid of Karn, Big Green will actually have to start trying instead of just basically having a win button the second you get him. I hate Karn. He's a stupid character who can't learn how to wipe his shoes and should have been killed off. On top of that, he just looks like an overgrown potato that was spray painted with Rust-Oleum.
We're going to Shieldred now. Okay, so Shieldred, it would not surprise me if Shieldred got banned. I think it should not be banned from Pioneer. Standard, absolutely, yes, please,
kill it in Standard.
Kill it.
Kill it. It is ruining Standard.
Yeah, it is.
But Pioneer right now, we just have so many options to deal with it.
Also, the sheer fact that Arclight Phoenix is not the best, most top-ranking deck in the format, but Arclight Phoenix is currently the most played deck in the format. And having a great counter, because the only way for Arclight Phoenix to deal with it is either bounce it or to use Lightning Axe. But still, Shieldred really hurts the Arclight Phoenix deck, and that's kind of necessary. Okay, I just had to thought. I was like, okay, there's no way Arclight Phoenix can win on turn 3, right? Because if they ban Phoenix, I swear to God, thank you. Thank you. I'm free.
Wizards, ban Arclight Phoenix
Be
now.
free.
Yeah, no. I think Shieldred's honestly safe.
Yeah,
because the only deck that I can see right now that's running it is Rakdos midrange.
Yeah,
and
that's it. That's really it.
Yeah, it's not as prominent as it used to be when it first came out. I think the meta has really shaped itself in a way that doesn't require Shieldred. But, again, Rakdos midrange is rocking it, and, you know, let them have that. Because there's another card from Rakdos lists that I do think is going to get hit, and that would be Fable of the Mirror Breaker.
Oh, okay, then I don't have to pick up my cat. I thought you were going to say Cauldron Familiar and I was going to throw my cat at the camera.
No. As funny as it would be to see the cat go, I have a good feeling about Fable getting hit.
Honestly, yeah, it's just too good. It does too much.
It does, and that's coming from somebody who plays Rakdos Sack, which also plays 4 of Fable. It puts in so much work for an absurd amount of time. We can definitely make an argument that, Cauldron Familiar could get the boot, but I think Fable has a higher chance of getting slapped.
Yes, agreed. I can't think of anything else from Pioneer.
The only other one I could possibly see is maybe Isika's Chariot, because it does have some holdovers from Gruul and Greasefang, but at the same time, neither of those decks is really pushing super hard.
If you wanted to hit Greasefang, you would hit Parhelion. There are plenty of vehicles that get the job done. It's just that Parhelion can do it in a single turn. Modern.
Before we get off Pioneer, what cards do you think can come off the ban list? Yeah, baby! Free my man Oko! Free Oko! He deserves it! He's a ladies' man! He's a wife guy! He can fix every problem with the format and then some! Get Oko back in the format!
He's not a wife guy. He essentially abandoned the child.
He caused he's not a child guy, he's a wife guy. He caused all the problems on Eldraine
Never came back.
They disrespected his wife.
I can't wait to see him as a cowboy. That'd be great.
That's going to be a good set. I do have a few options that I thought could come off.
I thought if they banned Karn, Veil of Summer should come back as a treat, because green decks, and also the black-red and blue-red and blue-and-black decks are on the rise.
Oh yeah, no, it's just a good piece of removal to give them.
Veil of Summer would be nice if they got rid of Karn, because at least they have something in their sideboard now.
Yeah, now their sideboard is...
Yeah, they have to build their own sideboards now. Throw them a bone.
Yeah, they have to think again. They can't be like the Tron of old. They have to use their brains. My only options, I will be honest, are kind of joking options. Underworld Breach.
Wait, that's banned? Oh yeah, that is banned.
Yeah.
No iteration. I have 4 Little Arclight Phoenix figurines, and I'm telling you now, do not unban Expressive Iteration. That card is too good.
See, I'm tempted on it. And then the other one,
the reason it was banned was because we already have Dig Through Time and Treasure Cruise, and I'd rather have those because those are fun and the only format I can use them in.
Here's the last one. The last thing that I think could come back. Inverter. Free my man Inverter.
We're going to Modern now?
Bring back Eldrazi. Give me that hellscape once again, so that our wonderful Transmogrify and Creativity decks can just flourish.
Alright, let's go down to Modern. Now, Fury needs... I'm looking in the camera. No, you did not see that. It's getting hit. No need to discuss it. By Fury.
I sincerely hope so.
There's no way. And that is the one card that is in both in Beans and Scam, and the fact that it has made the format too hostile to 1 toughness creatures. Sure, we also have Orcish Bowmaster as well as Red and 6, but Fury is the main culprit. Because Bowmaster is only good against decks that draw a bunch of cards. Otherwise, it just pings 1 time.
I agree completely. I think I have a good feeling that Fury is going to get knocked out. My only other possible one was already mentioned, and that was Bowmasters. With how often people complain about Bowmasters, I feel like there's a chance. But like you said, it's really only card draw decks that take the brunt of Bowmaster.
Otherwise, Bowmaster only pings 1 time when it comes out. Sure, you have 4 of them. Sure, Bowmaster, you have 4 of them. It pings once, 1 time when it comes out. But for the most part, it's only good against the decks that draw a lot of cards. To be fair, that is most decks in the format, but something needs to put a damper on that, because geez, it happens so often.
I mean, the one damper would be to nuke the One Ring, and now that Wizards is through their holiday releases, they're out of Lord of the Rings product now. They're not printing anymore.
When it comes to the Ring, it's not seeing as much play as it did before Eldraine.
See, but here's the thing. I want Tron players to cry.
Shut your mouth.
See?
You
should cry. I know
recently
you can't do math.
built this deck. Hey, no, I can't. It is
I never want you to be working on any advanced machinery ever.
That is the math I was taught. The ring gave rise to, well, Tron, obviously, making a comeback, but also stuff like Dimir Control. And I think that if you ban Bowmaster, you have to ban both the ring as well as Beanstalk. It is a package deal. Because Beanstalk...
I feel like they wouldn't want to just blow 4 cards out at once.
Yet also Preordain. The only reason Preordain came back was because of Bowmaster. So if you get rid of Bowmaster, you gotta get rid of 3 cards. Ring, Preordain, because we've seen it. You and I have seen it. Beans decks run Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, because it's their win condition. They expect to draw out. It's not that they expect to draw out, that's the plan. That's the whole point of the deck. You play elementals to activate the beans as well as create like interaction. And you just draw your entire deck. That is how Beanstalk decks, that's how Omnath Beans works. And the only way to effectively counter that, when they effectively draw 20 cards in a single turn, is with Bowmaster. Otherwise that deck's gonna run rampant. Sure, it's losing Fury, but they also probably don't want to kill the Scam deck dead. But also, if Bowmaster leaves, wanna know what happens to the format? Wait, no, not that.
No. We can talk about unbans. Bring Oko back.
Wait, hang on. If Bowmaster leaves, Preordain, Ring, and Beans are allowed to run rampant, and then you'd have to ban these cards because Bowmaster's in there to take care of them. And once all 4 of these cards go, we go back to Murktide being the best deck in the format.
I don't want to go back.
And look. I'm here to piss off Comrade today because I also play Murktide. I used to play Phoenix in Modern, but then Bowmaster killed it, so I do have a bit of a grudge. But Murktide is a fine deck in the format, as long as it's not the top deck, I'd say. And Bowmaster keeps it from being the top deck.
As far as stuff goes, I think... Yeah, honestly, just getting rid of Fury alone, I think would be a good hit. Like, that's... Fury and Beanstalk. Those are, like, the only 2 targets that I can really think of that are problem causers.
Honestly, yeah, Beanstalk is a bit of an issue, but, like, the only... I feel like hitting Fury solves part of the problem with Beanstalk decks, because if you look at the Beanstalk deck, the only cards that they run that actually trigger trigger Beanstalk are Fury, Solitude, Leyline Binding. The list is over. That's it. 2 cards that I'd love to see go away are Teferi, Time Reveler, and Violent Outburst. The only reason Teferi is still in the format, I feel, is because Violent Outburst is still in the format. They are a package deal, and they can both go. I'm fine with both go, because Outburst is too hard to interact with. Because they can play it on your turn, they have Force Negation to hold up for it, and you can't use your Force because it's your turn.
I can't help but laugh because this was your argument card last time too.
And I will die on this hill.
I'm on the side of I think it's fine. I think it's fine. I just hate Teferi in general.
What have I ever done to you to deserve this much disrespect? I'm pretty sure I have more decks that would make you mad over there.
Oh, I know you do. But no, I feel like both of those are safe, honestly. Like, beyond anything, they're safe. I think
I'd love to see them go, but I'd love to see them go, but I think you're right. But to be fair, right under Rakdos Scam for a while now has been Rhinos and Living End.
Yeah, Living End's actually taken quite the hit. Murktide's doing better than it.
Oh, of course. That's because Endurance. And speaking of the other 4 elementals, get rid of them all. I hate them all. equally.
I have nothing but agreement for that.
Well,
Nuke
okay.
the free element.
Okay, if I had to rank them, it'd be Fury, Endurance, Grief, and then Solitude and Subtlety. Honestly, are fine.
Just kill the Jund ones.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
I do have one more thing that I'd love to see banned. This one's
Oh,
I
have more as well.
It's a little bit of a touchy subject, but can we kill Karn in this format too? Let's just get rid of him. The world has surpassed the need for Karn. I personally think Karn, the Great Creator, is a menace to society, and he should not have survived this long. Karn from War was a mistake, and we should correct that by banning Karn from every format except Pauper.
How about...
What's the next ban, Rick? Ragavan is fine. I don't like him, but you know what? Dies to Bowmaster.
But what if they get rid of Bowmaster?
Well, then we'll be back where we were before Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, exactly. If we get rid of these, we get this. And I'd rather have these than this.
See, my only concern is, I just don't think they're gonna hit the monkey. It's a strong card in the same realm as Ren and 6. It's just... I don't think it's on the radar.
They're too powerful. They're too good for Legacy, but Modern without Force of Will or Strip Mine, I think. Or was it Wasteland or Strip Mine? Either way, it's fine. They can get rid of all the elementals. Personally, I don't think they're going to get rid of... I think they're only going to get rid of Fury. And I think that's a shame. Because they could all personally go, because Endurance keeps Graveyard decks down, and it keeps them down too much. Grief is just annoying. But if they get rid of Fury, that means the scam deck can only do the turn 1 scam half,
It can only do half a scam.
They only have half the scam left. They can still do it. It's still a decent deck because...
Before I say what I think should come back, what do you think should come back?
Okay, I'm gonna name a few of the things that I think will not come back, because they name drop them. They name drop 2 cards on the ban list that they were not ready to have come back.
What cards?
Golgari Grave Troll and Splinter Twin. 2 cards I don't necessarily agree with, because if you're leaving Endurance, Grave Troll is mostly fine. I built a Dredge deck recently because it is insanely cheap to build a Dredge deck. So yeah, no, Dredge is not good right now, so I feel like they could bring Grave Troll back just to see how it works. Splinter Twin, I still maintain that the reason it was banned was because it was the go-to win condition at the time, especially for control decks. Control is barely here at the moment. It's mostly evolved into Murktide. And I feel like Splinter Twin would not only give some much-needed diversity to Izzet, but also it'd be fun to make it viable to use Pestermite or Deceiver Exarch. Ponder stays. Ponder stays on the ban list.
Oh, absolutely.
I play Izzet, and I disagree with Ponder in Modern, because with Ponder and Preordain, you can make blue mid-range with any color you want. No.
See, now,
too good.
Stepping out of blue, I know a single card that I think can come back. And that would be Deathrite Shaman.
No. We just got through dealing with a 2-mana Planeswalker. I don't want a 1-mana Planeswalker.
See, I think this would be the trade-off they make for the scam decks.
So, Graveyard decks already have a hard enough time thanks to Unlicensors, a card I would love to see banned because it's just a colorless Scavenging Ooze, and we did not need that. But adding what is effectively another version of... Well, it can only hit lands, and you have to put mana into it to hit other things. So Deathrite Shaman could come back. I just don't think it's... We don't need it to come back. But
we don't need it, but...
They did unban Preordain.
They unbanned
so
Preordain. So
anything's possible. But if Fury was still here, sure, I'd say Deathrite Shaman. But we know Fury's going, for a fact. And if it's not, this is horribly dated and very funny in hindsight.
It would be so funny if they say they're just gonna watch it again. No ban.
No changes. I swear to God.
Changes. Here's an ad for our next product.
Oh my God. I hate That was so...
That day, so mad that day. The only other card I have is the Tree of Tales. Unban a single artifact land. Just for the meme. I think we've pretty well hit it on Modern. Do you want to talk about that surprise news about Pauper?
Chatterstorm.
How about new?
You never let me have fun.
You're not allowed... No, Chatterstorm can stay in jail where it belongs, alright?
Yeah, it's stupid.
Like, look, if you get Chatterstorm back, I get a Tog back.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine with that. I'm fine.
That's a fair deal, right?
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. You're fine.
No, it's a fair deal. No. Give me my son back.